Hello and welcome to another episode of the Rugged Homestead. Today we're going to be making homemade almond butter. First, of course, is the almond flour that I made from making my own almond milk. In another video I'll show you how I made the almond milk, but for now we have the dried flour that we'll be using. I have a high-speed blender. I have a Ninja. You could use a Vitamix if you have one. You can use a regular blender if you don't have a high-speed blender. It'll just take you a lot longer to make it than if you have one of these. I'll be using actually the single-serve cup that comes with the Ninja blender because that even speeds up the process further. It's got its own set of grinding blades that come with it, and that really turns the flour into butter very quickly. And you can leave it just like that if you wanted to, without any additives at all. But I like to put a little bit of honey into the almond butter, just for a little bit of sweetness, and it actually speeds up the process even further. So I'll show you how we start that right now. The first step will be putting the flour into the single-serve cup without making a complete mess. So use my canning funnel to get it into the container, and depending on how much flour you have, you might do this in a couple of servings, a couple of passes. What I like about it is that from my bag of almonds that I get not only a couple of containers of almond milk, but I also get almond flour and I get almond butter out of it. So the money is spread very far across three different things. So we've got the almond flour, and why waste? See, now sometimes you get some large chunks like this in the drying process, and by grinding it down, you get it like a finer texture, which is what you'd want for flour. And if you just wanted to make flour without making almond butter, you can do that as well. You just put it into this container here, tighten down the blades on it, and then be able to grind it down to a very fine consistency. So bring this front and center. So we'll turn the power on, and now we'll pulse. Single serve is always a pulse. And let me just show you up close here. I don't know if you can see, but it's getting to be a very fine texture in here, and opposed to this up here. So I like to shake it up a little bit. Put it back on. And I can tell you right along the blades right now, it's probably already started to thicken as a butter. So, see. So what I want to do now is add the honey to it. It's starting to, you can see it's starting to turn into the butter consistency there. A little dry though. But by adding a little bit of honey, not much. I think it's probably about a teaspoon I'm putting in. I don't measure. Now we put the lid back on. And start again. All right. As you do it enough, it starts to clump like butter in there. Just alright, that should be good. Carefully take the lid off so we don't get. There go. And you can see it's turned into an almond butter consistency now. So what I do is I take just a small glass jar I've saved. Actually, this is a cashew butter jar. And I place it in the jar. And there you have it. Homemade almond butter. If you like what you see, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments below what you thought of making your own homemade almond butter. Thanks for watching. Turn the power on. What I do. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Rugged Homestead. Today we're going to be making almond butter. I'm going to be using my Vitamix blender. If you don't have a Vitamix blender, actually I don't have a Vitamix blender either. I have a Ninja blender.